Hello, thank you for listening to Shape of a Person. Today we are going to be talking to Pedro, and this is an incredible guy. He is so caring, so giving, so humble, and we found very, very funny as well. He is not only a really good student, but as he talks about, he is a helper. So I hope you enjoy listening, and here is Pedro. Pedro, thank you so much for coming and talking with us today. I think Melissa and I have both had you in class, and it's just been such a pleasure, and I'm excited to hear your story. So why don't we start with you just introducing yourself. You can tell us where you're from, when you came to the US, and we'll go from there.
Thank you very much for having me. As you mentioned, I'm Pedro. I'm from Mexico City. It's been a long story. When we got married, well, I'm not going to go that far, but we always wanted to have some part of our time here in the States. So every summer, they used to come at least 1 month and stay here, like for summer camp or something like that, with the kids. So, and I used to travel back and forth all the time during that time.
Did you own a home here?
Well, not at that time.
Okay.
Suddenly when the pandemic, I realized that I was able to work at home all the time.
Oh, you were not working at home before then?
I always
of course, yeah.
You used to go to the office and be there all the time with my partner and some other people. But with the pandemic, everyone went to their home.
Right, sure.
And it was a success doing that way. So I talked to my partner and said, well, I'm thinking that I'm going to move to somewhere else.
Yeah.
But we wanted also to expand the business into states. So my wife used to, which I know you know her, Valerie. She used to do some parts of the business, like PR or something like that. So we decided that would be a good idea so that she would start studying and improving her English, which actually was pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah.
And she enrolled, and everything started working, and we got the house, and we decided to come.
And part of that intention was to build your business here as well. What is it, a logistics business? What kind of?
Well, it is people management business. Well, I'm not sure if the word outsourcing works here the same way, but we manage a lot of different people, mostly in the IT
Got it. Okay.
sector, and we have the people, and we rent, or well, it's not the right word, but we develop the projects for the companies that with our people, and
Got it. Okay.
Like you place people in certain jobs? Okay.
And for some time, and then I'll move to another place, and that's more or less the idea.
Okay.
And then we grow it to other sectors like security or cleaning and different types. But I have always been in charge of the operations and the payroll and that part. So it's quite easy because it's always in the computer. So
Sure.
So we came. Well, before that, my Valerie got cancer in Mexico. So it was sometime after the pandemic, or in between, and I really don't remember the times. But and she was perfect, and everything went well. And in December 21, she was already in remission. So in January 22, we came. We traveled, we moved everything.
Wow.
And started doing everything here. She started school like the next day we arrived.
Wow.
And it was really an exciting time because even though we have all our stuff from Mexico,
Sure.
when we arrived 15 days before.
Goodness.
So I
Before
remember
you had any of your things.
exactly
Yeah.
just the mattresses. So
Wow.
I remember, and I have some pictures of us sitting on the place that should be the dining room.
Yeah.
We were sitting on the floor.
On the floor.
With we asked, I don't know, for something like I don't know, TGI or
Yes.
Yeah.
so. We were all on the kids. They seem very little.
Yes.
I mean, they have grown a lot in these 3 years.
Yes.
And they were all with their faces, their scare faces, like,
Oh.
what are we going to do here?
Like
How
you're
old-
like camping out in your own house.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
How old were they again when you first moved here?
11.
11, yeah, yeah.
The triplets.
Yeah.
I have 4 kids.
Right.
Well, that's for the podcast.
Right.
The eldest is 16, and then I have triplets, 2 boys and a girl, and they are 14. They were 11 at that time.
Wow. That is little. 11 is little. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, and well, before coming here, they were studying online in an American school.
In preparation for coming here, or were
No,
they
it
doing
was
it just
because
okay?
I mean, they were studying online in Mexico, so why not
Yeah.
Okay.
having an English
Okay.
education instead?
Right.
Yeah.
So, for them it was pretty easy, and the transition was fine because they started in January too, and
Okay.
it was half the school year.
Right.
Yes,
right.
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 So, but they were fun. I mean, they are kids and they are
They're
easily to
adaptable.
adapt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that year was all about building the house. Not putting the
Decorating.
right decorating.
Yes.
Settling in, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Making it a home.
I remember traveling all the time,
Yeah.
and where it was all the time, building the bed or the drawer or whatever. She was
Putting things together.
Assembling
yeah.
furniture.
assembling everything. Exactly. One time she said, "I think I don't like the kitchen this color. I'm gonna paint it. I'll paint it white." I say, "Okay. You know what you need?" "Yes, I'll see it on YouTube." But okay, and she did.
And she painted it herself. Yeah.
Yeah, we all.
Yeah,
I
you
find
all have.
at the end, she always decided, and we always do
Yeah.
the rest. But we did a lot of things, but it was really exciting.
Yeah.
And we started having our family
Yeah.
and friends coming, and
This new start, this whole new life.
exactly.
Yeah.
Was,
Were your friends
was
and
really-
family coming to visit from Mexico? Or
Yes,
yeah.
they,
okay.
they come a lot. Actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes like 3 or 4 times a year.
Oh, wow.
Different. So she loved Christmas. So one of the things that happened, and what's the main reason, is that every time we come here, she went into, for example, this big store, and she looked to all the Christmas stuff and all the amazing things, and she said, "Sometime I'll have my home here. We'll build everything and buy everything." And
Interesting.
so this was the first year. So the first Christmas was here, and all the family came.
Oh, how lovely.
The only thing that was missing was the snow. But
Yes.
we get snow here like every 4 years or
Yes.
so. Which, by the way, the last time was amazing.
Oh.
Then, in this same December,
Yeah.
she started to feel bad, and we realized just before New Year's Eve that the cancer came
Come
back.
back. Yeah.
So we started to do everything here.
Here, I was going to ask. Okay. Yeah.
All the time, and a lot of doctors and hospitals and everything. And well, the thing is that it got worse. She passed away on September of 2023, and that was the difficult moment, because I said, well, I have 4 kids, and her dream was for them to start here, to learn, to have better opportunities. And I I said, well, I'll try to keep it that way.
Honor her dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and I love it too.
Yes, sure.
It's great for me. And if I have the opportunity, I'm going to take it because Mexico is going through a difficult moment.
Sure,
So,
sure.
obviously, we miss our family.
Right.
Yeah.
And friends, obviously,
Yeah.
but we have a lot of friends here. That's something that was great, is that she built a great community of
She did.
friends and family here.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize, but it was like 250 families.
Lord have mercy, I didn't know that.
So
Yeah.
we had, I didn't know that it was used to give some food
Yeah.
to the family in that
Right.
moment. We had like 2 months and a half of different.
Wow. After she passed. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She touched so many people's lives
That's
that
right.
that
Exactly.
they were giving back that love to your family.
That's right.
So, yes, I was trying to decide what to do at that moment. And that was like one of the main reasons I decided to stay, because I said, wow, what a great community we have here, and be a great place for the kids to stay and keep with this for at least as long as it lasts.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, it's been very good. I mean, that's a very sad story.
Of course.
I've told it so many times,
Yeah.
and so now I'm more comfortable talking
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I talked about it in public. I was in my oral communications class.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, that introduction was quite difficult. And then one of my assignments was to give a short speech, like 5 minutes. So it's part of my life. So
Yeah.
it's impossible, inevitable to
Sure.
talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it has shaped me a lot and my family.
Yeah. So, Pedro, I don't know if you know my version of this story. So, that summer, one of our beloved faculty members who had been teaching here from like our third semester, and he was everybody's favorite person. His picture's on the wall, Sergio. We all just loved him. He took care of all of us, and he fell ill very unexpectedly and passed away that summer. And 2 days within that time, my own father passed away. So it was a really, really difficult time for our department and for me personally. And so I returned from my father's funeral on a Sunday. Monday morning, the semester started, and I needed to teach Sergio's class because he died just right. We didn't have time to have somebody else teach it.
Wow.
And that was Valerie's class. And so I walked in just raw and, I mean, fresh off the plane, grieving my dad, grieving Sergio. And she just took care of me and her classmates. And I can still see, she just was like, you're going to get through this. And we all are together. And just such a beautiful, beautiful soul. Just took care of, and that group of women, like when they went on to their next courses, it was hard and they had this really difficult class. And she was like, let's go talk to the dean and see what we can do. So it does not surprise me that 250 families came and brought you food because when she saw a need, she took care of it, she solved it. Just such a beautiful, generous soul, but also no nonsense. Like, I went to the dean, and our dean was like, who is this woman? She's so just powerful to walk in. She's in another country, in this other, and just went to the dean's office and was like, here's what's difficult, and can you help us in these ways?
Oh,
She just
I did.
an amazing, and took care of those women that were in that kind of cohort with her. She just amazing. What an incredible woman. I'm so thankful that I think she was only in my classes here at this campus because she was in level 5 when she started here, and because I had Sergio's class and my class, I think it was just me.
Yeah,
and
I
it
didn't
kind
get
of
to
bums
meet
me out
her.
because I want our
Yeah.
other teachers to
Yeah.
know who she was. Maribel, our advisor, knew
Yeah,
her
I know
well,
her.
but yeah, she just was one of those people who I will carry with me. You know, I've been teaching 23 years, but Valerie will always be a part of me.
Thank you
Was
so
a
much.
person when I needed her. So it doesn't surprise me that everyone is flooding your house to try to give back because she.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew Maribel for the first time at my home.
Is that right?
Yeah, she arrived. She wrote me before going, but she arrived with a letter from everybody, signed by every one of all the teachers and everything from here.
Yeah.
So that's when I decided that's where I'm going. Yeah.
Oh, we're so happy that you're here.
We are.
I mean, I'm happy too.
Yeah.
This is my happy place right now. I mean, I know that sometimes, or most of the times, I am late in the morning because I have too many things.
Yes, yes.
I normally wake up like 5:30
Oh my
with the
goodness.
first kid, and then the other kids by 8, and the dog. We have another dog right now. It's named Luca, but he's like a small tornado that eats everything on his way. And then split it away again. I have this person that goes one day in the week to help me with the cleaning.
Yeah.
I do it most of the time. We all do it, but
Sure.
she does the deep one.
Yes, right.
But Luca, I mean, we can count like 60 minutes because then will be everything.
It's destroyed again. Tornado Luca.
And I mean, because you have triplets, you have 4 teenagers.
Yes.
Right now. That's not a small feat, right? So,
Well, we have this kind of nice relationship because my parents were very structured. My father is actually very structured, and he always showed me like a clean path. But I always decided to go other way.
A different path.
the messy path.
Thanks for the clear path. No.
Yes, and my mother, she was a therapist, so I always talked to her about how I do this because she passed away 1 year before Valerie.
Oh,
so
boy.
she wasn't here when I really
Needed her.
but she was because
Yes.
I remember we talked that much time that
she
many
was
times
with you still. Yeah.
Her voice is still in your head.
Yes, and so we have this nice relationship. I think that in one way I'm very strict. On the other way, I'm very friendly with them. Our way of speaking to each other is kind of harsh.
I love it.
I have tried to keep the bad words out of I just chose one.
We can all
This
say
one
this
is
bad word.
out of the
But everything else is
Yes.
free game.
Yeah, the beginning was like, I'm your father. You cannot say those things to me. But now we are very used to.
Forget it.
Just say. I know you are not trying to.
No, of course. Pick your battles. I was just talking about my brother before we recorded, but I was just visiting his family, and he and his children talk to each other harshly, and Eddie and I talk to our children, not teasing, like we tease each other. There's no, nothing's not said, I guess. We like to rile each other up and tease each other, and my brother's wife was like, she just didn't understand it. She was like, you guys are so mean to each other. And she said it took her years to finally realize, oh, that's how they show affection, with the insults and the jokes and the...
Yes.
Yeah, I get it. I think it's lovely.
The thing that one of the triplets, Bernardo, he said that I'm his worst bully. And I normally say to him, no, I'm not a bully. I'm training you for life.
Yes, that's right. Because life is a bully, right?
Yes.
Life pushes us around. Yeah.
And because he is the one that it's like receptor for all these things. You know, I don't know how
he's
you
on the
call
receiving end. Of
how you call the person that like you say this guy is the one I'm going to bully.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know what you're talking about. Yes,
like
but
he's
I
the one
can't
who's
think of the-
picked on.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Right?
yes,
Yes, all the time.
yes.
But he's very strong.
Yeah.
So that's the way. That's the reason that I keep doing it, because like he can manage everything.
Yeah.
One time he said that I think I'm gonna shave my head.
Okay.
Why? Well, we talk, our friends and me and my friends and me, and I'm going to shave my head. Okay, I'll do it for you.
Oh,
Yeah, perfect. So
perfect.
I did start with a machine,
Yeah.
and after that I took the razor,
Yeah.
and I went like 7 times, and because it had to be well done.
Yes, of
the thing
course.
is that his hair
Yeah.
is different from the others,
Oh.
and different from mine. So his hair is like very strong and very straight, and it's like a porcupine.
Searching for the word.
Porcupine.
Yeah, so I think, well, it might change after the
Yeah,
show.
if it grows back in.
yeah.
It didn't, but
Still porcupine.
yeah, but now he learned how to
Style it.
Yes,
Yes. So Santiago is the oldest. Bernardo is the oldest of the triplets.
exactly.
But continue.
And there's Nicolas and Sofia.
Okay.
But the thing is that when they were conceived in a different time.
I did not know
When
this
we
was
went
possible.
to the doctor, to check
Yeah.
Yeah.
how she was doing with the
Right.
pregnancy, and she got the ultrasound.
Yes.
And there was only 1.5.
Okay.
I said, how 1.5?
Never heard of this.
Was one full baby, I mean,
Yeah.
starting to grow.
Woman, yeah.
Right.
And the other one was like very lightly. And we said, well, probably we'll have twins, but the doctor said, surely you will have one. Probably will have two. Okay, that's great. So let's do an appointment for 3 weeks
Yeah.
or 4 weeks, and so we can listen to the heart.
Yeah.
That sounds great. So there we were there back with the doctor,
Yeah.
and it was also my sister-in-law, and say, well, kid number 1 is doing great, baby number 2 it's perfect, but wait a second, we hear a third, and how? Where did he come from?
Yeah. Who put him there?
Yes, it wasn't there in the beginning. So I started like, what's happening? I mean,
Like every time we come into the doctor, will there be another one?
yes. So they said yes, and Barry said, probably it's my heart. No. Yours
Yeah.
is another place. So this is a third.
Like a
Third
third
Baby.
heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. So he said, oh, we are having triplets. So I was, transparent and
Yeah.
feel like I was going to fade, and
Yes, of
was
course.
a great moment, but also that
Shocking.
completely shocking. Yeah, my sister-in-law laughed a lot because
Yes.
she saw me like when I'm,
Face goes white.
yes, completely. And they were conceived in a different moment,
That's
like a week
crazy.
I didn't
away
know that
from
could
each other.
happen.
So is it twins and a
No, actually, they are.
I mean, they're
different.
triplets, but I mean, are 2 of them identical?
No, all
They're
of them.
all fraternal.
All of them are different.
Wow.
And if you see Nicolas and Bernardo, they are like Danny DeVito and Schwarzenegger. Yeah,
Which is the one whose hair?
Bernardo is the small one.
Who did you shave Danny DeVito's head or
Yes.
Schwarzenegger's?
Danny DeVito. Well,
Oh my goodness, poor Danny DeVito. He's the one who gets picked on, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know why.
Now you know why.
That is amazing.
And Nicolas, he's like Schwarzenegger. He's big,
Okay.
and he's bigger than me right now, and he weighs more than me right now. And Bernardo is like the thin one, and like he's like Woodstock, It's like,
So How many names do you have for him?
Because he looks very, very, very different.
He looks different from the other kids too. How interesting.
Yes, they are very different. And Sophia's, well, for a start, she is a girl, so
Of course,
it's very different.
different.
But Nicholas and Sophie, they shared, I don't know the word of this part of the pregnancy, that they have a lot of things together.
Okay.
Interesting.
They look very similar and they get along very well.
And Bernardo was the new one. He was the surprise at the ultrasound.
Exactly.
Got it.
So he was the first coming out.
no
Okay,
way.
because the first he was born.
Okay.
Yes. But at the end, he is
He's the
youngest.
youngest.
Like for a week or some.
Do multiple births run in Valerie's family or your family? Or how
Yes,
does
her
that work?
grandmother had 3 pairs of twins.
Okay.
Oh wow.
She had like, I don't know, 12.
Children?
Yes,
Goodness.
that's a lot.
Wow. That's a lot.
Well,
We were going for the second one, and
yeah.
And here you got more than you paid for.
yes, and
Buy one, get 3 free.
This has been quite the education.
I know.
and that's Valerie always said when we got married. She said, "I'm gonna have 4 kids before I turn 30."
Wow.
And we were 29 with the first one, so I said,
Yeah.
Not happening.
"You're not gonna do it,"
Yeah.
and she did.
That is typical Valerie. I will show you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, they were
Fantastic.
4 at the end. And so it's difficult
Yeah.
to manage them, but they are very independent. I've taught them to do their laundry. They can cook. They take care of their rooms. They go to school by their own. Well, they probably just walk to the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but their homework and everything, they do everything by themselves. So
Yeah.
I've gone several times to Mexico,
Yeah,
and they
right.
stay by
On
their own.
trips, and they take care of themselves. That's amazing.
Yeah, actually, when the hurricane,
Yeah.
I was in Mexico with 2 of them, and the oldest and Bernardo were here at the moment. So I left them a lot of food for many days, but
Sure.
I didn't realize how bad it was going to be.
Yeah.
So I remember being on Sunday to Monday all night watching the cameras
Oh,
to see
so
how
stressful.
worse
Yeah,
it
that
was
sounds
getting
really-
Yes.
and how bad it was getting. So
Yeah.
and they was real cool. Just
They're calm, collected. Yeah.
the light, the energy was off. So they decided to cook on the grill.
Wow.
I guess. I mean,
That's
we have
amazing.
an outdoor terrace, but it has a roof on it. So, and they cooked outside with their cell phones and
As flashlights.
and-
Wow.
Then that was the first day.
Yeah.
By the second day, they didn't have energy at all in anything. So I was very worried.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I called Vicky. You know Vicky, she's a friend of mine. And we were talking on the cell phone, and it's, how are you doing? I have a plant, an energy power
generator.
Oh, yes.
Generator.
Uh-huh.
I said, oh, that's great. And your kids out there? I'll go for them. Why? I don't care. I'm going for them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take. She took them to her home, and so they can charge everything.
Yes, right.
She fed them, and they afterwards she took them back. to our home in the night. So she did that every day. From Tuesday to Thursday that I came back because my son, the other one, was getting surgery in the hand, so he was in the hospital.
Yes, okay.
So it was impossible for
Right,
me
you couldn't just fly back.
to fly back. I mean, she saved us all, and they love her. And they used to play like rummy or
How cute. Uh-huh.
mostly rummy.
Love rummy.
well, waiting after dinner. I don't know. It's not dinner because it was like
Lunch?
3 o'clock.
Hey.
How you call? Because we normally have this late lunch or early dinner by 3. So I don't know how to call that.
So my dad used to have like differentiate between dinner and supper.
Yeah.
But I don't do that. I don't
We
know.
just had supper and not dinner.
We have all of them.
Okay.
We have breakfast, brunch. I mean, not Mexicans. I mean, we in my family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brunch. Then we have this meal that I'm talking to you about at
I
3.
think you get to make up a word for it.
Then early dinner and supper, like
Okay.
10.
I love it.
Yes.
And Pedro loves to cook, so I bet that's delicious food
I
that you-
like very much to cook.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, recently, I created this new recipe.
Oh.
It's I learned it from when I tried it before, but I just give it a try, and it's a mix of this that's weird nuts. You know the different kind of nuts.
Okay.
It's like a trail mix,
Yum.
but
I'm with you.
without chocolate.
Okay. No,
Just-
not as much with you.
Nuts and no, because it has to be baked, so the
Okay,
chocolate
got
will
it. You don't want it to melt.
Yeah.
Okay.
will melt. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, or salad. I know. I'm getting hungry too.
And you haven't had breakfast.
So it's a mix of these nuts and cranberry,
Oh.
and then we put we call it chamoy. Do
Okay.
you know chamoy?
No.
I don't know.
It's a red, sweet and sour liquid
Okay.
that is, if you could take cranberry juice and put some lemon and it's delicious. but
Reduce it.
it's like tamarind, but
Okay, like tamarind.
but light. I'll try it. I'll give you some.
Yes, please.
But tajin,
Yes,
tajin.
uh-huh,
So
of course.
I put both into this mixed.
Okay.
And after some time, I put that in the oven, so it gets dry.
Yes,
So you
okay.
have now your nuts covered with this
Yum.
mixed. It's really good.
It sounds really good.
Did you make this up, or were you
Yes.
following? Wow.
No,
Were you following a recipe?
No.
No.
I tried that thing in Mexico and I said, this is really good.
Oh, so you
But
ate something that tasted like it, and you were recreating?
Exactly.
Wow,
Wow.
I'm impressed. I can't do that.
And I told Gina brought them from Mexico one time. I said, well, this is great. This is amazing. But it's difficult to keep it coming.
The
so-
supply,
Right,
yeah.
So
Gina,
I have to
go
do
back.
something. So I did it here, and I brought them the other day, and Vicky said, "Well, you nailed it."
Oh, nice.
Sorry, it's really good. So the other day, I decided to triple the quantity because
Yes.
I wanted to share it
Share.
with a lot of people, and I started looking these series. I'd like to watch a series in the night. So I started with 2, 3, 4, and I am eating all of them. So I can't take right now anything cold because my teeth will they're very sensitive,
Yes, yes.
sensitive right now.
Yeah.
They got
From all of the,
yes.
Wait, really? From eating all of that?
Yeah.
because it's acidic, I think, probably.
Very, very.
Yes, yes.
Oh, wow.
But you can have like 20 of them. It will be okay.
Yeah.
It's a nice push, but not like that 100 ones. Yeah.
But clearly, they're very good.
Yes,
very
right. It's
addictive.
worth it. It was worth it.
Yeah, and actually, they told me, well, let's sell them.
No, I was
Because
just wondering.
So
Yes, yes.
I'll bring some next week.
Yes, yes.
And I'll try them. I'll try not to eat them before.
But no promises. So, how has it been balancing everything? Because you're now working full time, you're raising your kids, 4 teenagers, you're apparently baking.
And a full-time student.
And a full-time student.
Yeah.
Well, I'm struggling a little bit right now because
Sure.
I cannot really work I'm not allowed to work here. So my partner was getting most of the work in Mexico, and I was traveling and do some work there, or having some Zoom and everything. So I learned, I noticed that there was a lot of money missing. So I decided to go on my own way.
Oh my.
That was this January. So
Oh my gosh.
I said, well, I'll try to start something new, and I'm reinventing myself in the business place. Because
Wow.
I still have some other small businesses in Mexico that I take care from here, but not the kind that I used to have. So I'm reinventing myself in that part. So I'm not working full time, but I'm full all the time about what I need to do.
Yes, you're preparing for your next venture.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that takes my mind away all the time.
Yeah.
And I think that's more work than running a business that's established. I mean, that's more mental load and more time too. Sure.
Because during the pandemic, I trained my people to do everything without my help.
Yeah.
So now they are doing everything. So I got that time. Last year I was like on vacation, basically.
Yeah.
But working. No?
Sure.
Well, the class is great for me. I love being here. I love meeting people. I actually go to the supermarket every day because I decide every day what I'm going to cook.
That night.
So this lady on the supermarket yesterday, she came by and say, "Why are you here again?" I've already seen you today twice. I said, "Well, I'll tell you my story." And said, "Wow, yeah, so you are cooking. I thought that you were like Uber Eats or something because she thought that it was like a DoorDash guy."
Yeah.
And so I love to talk to all the people all the time.
Where did you learn English? Because you will ask me questions that make me think you must have learned it as a child through immersion versus studying the... You have an ear for English is what I'm trying to say. Like you will know that something sounds wrong, whereas people who learn it as an adult, they don't have that ear. So how did you learn English?
Well, I went to a bilingual school since before kindergarten. So I've been learning English for a long time.
Sure.
But by second grade, I was like, I don't really understand this. This thing about it was my worst year, second grade, and then I took these extra classes after school classes, and I started learning. Then I had in fifth grade a great teacher. Well, she was very strong. She was the one that will hit you with a ruler if you were. That's very. But I learned a lot.
Kind of like you, Becky. Just real strict and mean. Yeah.
Then I went to. It's different name called. It's called different. After ninth grade, we had 11, 12, and like kind of 13.
Yes.
But this school wasn't as good.
Oh.
And actually, they didn't have enough English teachers.
Oh, okay.
So I end up in the third year teaching.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Yes,
because I see you in class teaching and helping your friends, your classmates.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's something I love to do in everything. We share recipes all the time, and we whatever I can do to help other.
I see you taking care of people.
Yes.
I was actually, I think, just telling my husband about in one of our recent classes when someone was leading a discussion and there's that nervousness of I'm going to ask a question and what if nobody answers it, and I saw you being ready to participate in the discussion so your friend didn't have to be nervous about it. Like I see you doing that all the time, taking care of your friends and your classmates. And Yeah.
Yes, because I know that it's very difficult to be on front
Sure.
to talk.
Yes, terrifying.
It's terrifying for
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah.
Really, for you?
Yes.
Okay, that surprises
I
me.
don't
Yeah,
like
you
it.
hide
but-
it well.
Well, I'm not sure if that's good, but I do it very well.
But I think, you're one of those students. I don't know. Sometimes in my class, I feel like you don't need my class.
All
you
your
already
teachers say that, by
know
the way, like-
everything. But you're very humble, and you help. I see you helping people, not just like with the academics, but you're taking care of people.
Yes.
I've seen you like even
Yeah.
outside of class in the hall, taking care of your friends. And
Yes, thank you. It's in my DNA. I know that's a local joke, but
Yeah, right. But we too enjoy it. Yeah.
oh, from your class.
Yes.
Okay, inside joke.
Some Andrea
joke.
said it too, yeah.
I have heard that in all the other podcasts, I think.
Yes.
But that's me. I always been there for my friends, and when I was in this high school, in this phase, I was the one that normally took my friends back from the parties, and that I don't know
The
why.
designated driver.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and probably I wasn't the right one to drive too, but I always take care of them.
I jumped to a conclusion there. I shouldn't have. Okay.
Yes, but I was always
Yeah.
taking care of
Yeah, you
them.
wanted to get people home safely.
Well, thank goodness, because there are a
Yes.
lot of people who need rescuing.
Yes.
We need help. Yeah.
Yeah,
We all
the
do.
problem with that
We
is
all
that
do.
normally you don't see yourself like needing that help, and
Sure.
Yeah.
that's a problem normally
Yes.
with this kind of
With your
personality.
personality, you're trying to rescue.
Have you
someone.
been able to accept help?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'm not close to that, but it happens that the people say, "Well, I see you very strong, so you don't need help." No, I do.
Yeah.
I do need
We all
help with
do.
a lot of things. I can't organize my mind most of the time, and I have a stock of pending things I need to get done, and it took a while to say, "Oh, now I'll do that. I'll do this one," and I forgot about all of them.
Yeah.
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 Do you and your kids plan to stay here
I would
long
love to.
term, or?
Yes, I would love to. I am planning to finish the program, but I'm trying to look for another way to stay here.
Sure.
Right.
One of my new projects is depending on that. I mean, both
Sure.
on each other.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would love to.
Is the new plan to sell the sweet and salty nuts? Is that how you?
Well, Vicky and Gina says that I must.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Can retire, yeah, with your.
probably I'll do, but just for hobby.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
I'll need like a big factory really
You
to
would.
supply the need because it's very addictive. So
Have the factory off-site, so you're not. Yeah.
yes, they're good. I think I'll bring some of those this
I
week.
very much would like to try them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That takes priority over your homework. Let me put that in the record. I will
Yes.
take it in exchange for the notes that are.
Yeah, and probably I'll have some orders already
Absolutely.
with this podcast.
Pre-orders. Yeah, Vicky can be your salesperson.
And the people that will listen to this.
That's right. Yes, this is good
Yeah, this is your
publicity.
commercial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It wasn't a commercial,
It is now.
but now that you're saying it,
We'll put the link to order in the
Yeah.
comments. Yeah.
that's launching.
Pedro, this has been a joy. What a pleasure to sit and talk
Oh, it's
with
my
you. It
pleasure.
just, I love hearing your story and these details and just everything you've been through. It's a lot. It's a lot. But you rise to every occasion, and what a great model that is for your kids to see. You do, and they're really lucky to have you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Sometimes I have a hard time waking up, but
Sure.
Of course.
it's
This has been so lovely because we do see you in class, but we're laser focused on grammar or whatever it is, and it's been really nice to hear about your story, just not just Pedro the student, but Pedro the person. So thank you so much.
No, thank you so much for having me today. It was a great experience.
Oh, good. For us too.
Yes.
And we'll be looking forward to eating the mixed nuts that you bring to class on Monday.
Yeah. Does it have a name? What are they called?
How can we call it?
I don't know. Okay, well, we'll have to think about that.
Yeah, you know what? I think we send out a survey.
Crazy nuts.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, we do need a name. We need to market this. All right.
Thank you, Pedro.
Right.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us for today's episode of the podcast. I would also like to thank my nephew, Jake, not Jack. Becky mixes them up. So I'm going to thank my nephew, Jake, who listens to the podcast, but absolutely did not write the music for it. But he is a listener, so we'll thank him nonetheless. And I guess Jack as well for writing the music. So thank you, Jack and Jake. Thank you to my husband, Eddie, for recording our voices and editing it together, and also taking notes from our producer, Carlos, who is also our first guest, but has taken over, the publicity for the podcast. He's got lots of ideas that he shares with Eddie. So thank you to Eddie and to Carlos. Have a great week, and we'll see you all soon.
The views and opinions expressed in this interview are those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of Lone Star College.